Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mid-Atlantic Mauling League Spike Magazine Trophy. It is week number 7. We're in Division B tonight. I just lost my train of thought. We're in Division B tonight. It's gonna be... I'll tell you what's going on. I don't have any headphones today because nothing can ever just work. So I feel it's kind of weird not having the headphones on, and I apologize if there's any echoes. I'm trying to mitigate any echoes because the headphones aren't working. But regardless, we got a Bash versus Edge game for you tonight. Tonight is going to be I Want to Be Like Doug versus Elfitus, Australis, Richard Cranium versus Eric Dwarves versus Wood Elves. We'll take the, we'll head on over to the standings there. Man, it feels like I'm in a foreign environment. Old Gamer Mike, welcome to the stream, says, will the roller ever go down? That is what we want to know. Yeah, we very much do want to know. We'll see. Old Gamer Mike, thank you for the sub so much. Very kind of you. Thank you, sir. Or ma'am. Thank you very much for the sub. I very much appreciate it. In Division A, with their win this week, Cenozoic Park, Nick Satan's Lizard team, they're in first place with a record of 5-0-1, followed by Dead Fred's Real American Heroes. The Dark Elf team 4-1-0 is their record. Real American Heroes will be playing off stream this evening, trying to bump themselves back up into first place. In third place, S Beavers, the Dead Poets, an Undead team, 3-3-1 is their record. And over in Division B, that's where we are in first place. Wouldn't you know it? Doug the Minotaur's Orc team, 5-1-0 is their record. Bad Dog, welcome to the stream. Eric's Elfitus Australis in second place. They're up tonight. Wood Elf team 4-1-0 is their record. And BB Nuts Harlequins, BBFC, they are currently in third place. They're an Undead team, 2-2-1 is their record. Oh, check out I Want to Be Like Doug as well. They're in fifth place. I normally go through the top 3, but I Want to Be Like Doug, very much in contention here. Definitely wants a win tonight to try to stay in the upper half of the bracket, or not the bracket, but the upper half of the division here in week 7 with just, after tonight, just 2 weeks left in regulation. All right, first up, let's take a look at the home team. I Want to Be Like Doug. Richard Cranium's team, they are coming in a TV of 1,410,000 gold. 14 players on the roster, 2 will not be starting tonight. The Lunchbox is the rookie Troll Slayer. They're injured this week, as well as General So injured this week. So one of the blitzers, in fact, the only blitzer on the roster, will not be starting tonight. But Pepperoni Roller, that level 2 death roller, oh, he's got sneaky git, don't you know? He's got sneaky git. 2 runners on this roster. Everybody else is a dwarf lineman, 1 apothecary, 6 dedicated fans, 3 rerolls. He's going to be up against this Wood Elf team tonight. That is Elfitus Australis. They're coming in a TV of 1,135,000 gold. 12 players on the roster. Also have 2 out this week. Zangief. That's, man, I'm gonna get very confused with Zangief on two rosters. Zangief and Pitiful Old Branch, they will be out this week with injuries. That means 205,000 gold in petty cash. Petty cash will be coming back to Elfitus Australis tonight. We'll talk about what he might do with that. He has lots of star player options. I looked at him before the game. I'm not terribly impressed with any of those options, but we'll talk about that in just a second. 1 apothecary, 2 dedicated fans, 3 rerolls, the 2 war dancers, a catcher, a thrower, and a whole bunch of Wood Elf linemen. How do the 2 teams play? You got a Bashy team, you got an Edge team, right? The Bashy team, the Dwarf team, they are slow, they are resilient, they have lots of block. Look at how much block is on this roster. Every single player has block except for the Death Roller. He doesn't need it. He's strength 7 with Mighty Blow. He's a sneaky git. He is a secret weapon, which means he'll only be on the drive for a single pitch, unless, of course, I Want to Be Like Richard Cranium pays for a bribe out of his own treasury. He has 205k in the treasury. If he does that, he'd be kicking back 100k to the other team. Probably doesn't want to do that and risk the Wood Elf team getting an actual decent star player. But the Death Roller, man, is an absolute nightmare. Strength 7, has Sneaky Git, Sneaky Git, has Dirty Player plus 2, Dirty Player plus Sneaky Git. That's a menacing combo as is. Dirty Player plus 2 on that Strength 7 player is nonsense. Has Mighty Blow on 2 of the linemen as well. Has Guard on 6 players. This is an absolute nightmare team that he has kitted out here. Very, very solid roster. The real hitch on this roster is just that speed. MA4 is very, very slow. He doesn't really have a passing game to speak of. If the defense can just stay in front of that offensive cage and stop them, key blocks can help with this as well, because you get the knockdown, and then all these dwarves, other than the runners tonight, they're going to be standing up and just have 1 MA of movement. So if you just stay in front, stop that forward movement, you're in good shape. The problem is you're going to be taking lots of hits. You don't want to be taking lots of hits, especially when you're a Wood Elf team. This Wood Elf team, very agile, very fast. They have 3 players with an MA of 8, and the linemen have an MA of 7. Jared Wilkes, welcome to the stream, says, or if the Death Roller argues the call forever. That is also an option. But has lots of speed, has lots of edge, agility 2+ across the board. So very agile, very fast. On offense, this team is not going to have a problem scoring. Defense is the problem for this team tonight. And Eric's really going to have to be on his A game up against this mighty, mighty dwarf team. He has the 2 War Dancers, great pieces. They're both level 2. One has tackle, one has strip ball. He has the strip ball War Dancer. We've seen that in earlier seasons in Blood Bowl 2 using the LRB 6. We've seen how strong a strip ball War Dancer can be. It's been nerfed a little bit in the BB 2020 rules. I still think it's a very solid piece to have on your roster, however. He has a catcher who is a blodger. He has a thrower. So he has a passing game, he has a running game, he's fast and agile. No problem scoring tonight. He needs to keep his pieces on the board. He needs to keep his players on the pitch. That's where he's going to lose this game. So that means on defense, he's going to need to be very, very careful to stay in front of the offense and do that in such a way that he's holding this offense to a blitz every single turn. He's going to do that by trying to maximize his block dice everywhere he can. He's going to be trying to set up those chain blocks and push people away, and then anybody who can't do that, they're going to take that 2+ dodge away. He'll try to hold them to a blitz, not give them the block. That'll keep his players on the pitch, and hopefully he can do that long enough to win this game. He's going to start out on defense if he wins the coin toss 100%. That's going to ensure he has his maximum defense on the pitch. He just needs to stay alive. That is it. But he's up against a very mighty team with lots of mighty blow, with that death roller, with everybody with block. Not a whole lot of block on this roster. So it's a very, very different, 2 very different teams, right? Bash versus Adge is sort of that classic matchup. This is enhanced, like supercharged. You have a very bashy team versus a very delicate Adge team. So I do think they're 2 great coaches, and I think it's anybody's game. But then 205,000K, right? 205,000K? No. 205K. 205,000 gold will be coming back to the Wood Elf team. Again, before the match, I looked over the options for the star players. I don't really like any of them. We'll see if Eric does. If he doesn't, honestly, I think a wizard is the right call here. He picks up a wizard for 150K. For 50 more K, he can pick up a keg that'll help him get back those KOs that he's inevitably going to suffer. I think that's probably where he ends up with his inducement money here tonight. Wizard and a keg. We'll see if I'm wrong, but without further ado, we'll head on over to Discord. We'll see if the coaches are ready to go, and then we'll get this game underway. Doug Minotaur says, let's go Nuffle. Old Gamer Mike says, we learned another roller can get dropped with a fireball. We did indeed. Welcome to the stream, Doug Minotaur. Oh, it feels so weird not having the headphones on. Like, so I've got the speaker volume up so I can hear things. But, you know, I don't want it to echo through, and I don't know, it's just a mess. This is a mess. I'm very frustrated that things don't work. Things work fine. I've noticed, this is just me being a curmudgeon, but like in this day and age of computing, things work fine with, only 95K. So Richard Cranium must have dropped a player or so. Can't really do anything with the, 305K, okay. Okay, I see. 95K in the treasury for I want to be like Doug. I'm like, what's going on? No, 305K. So he did. Did I just do my math wrong? 205 to 305. Maybe he did drop somebody. Oh, no, I see. I got it. I see where we are. So Richard Cranium picked up that bribe. That brought him up to 305K. Now Eric's going to choose his inducements. There it is. So that changes the game, right? 205K up to 305K. Now he has access to some star players. He's going to pick up Roxana Darknail. You can see this is like a witch elf. In fact, I think that's the witch elf model. So we've got a witch elf, so to speak, on the wood elf roster. Here's the coin toss. Elfitus Australis won. They're going to be on. They're on offense. What? All right. Elfitus Australis choosing to receive the ball here in the first half of the game. Yeah, in this like era of computing, like everything works great. It's like the Apple model. Everything works great, provided you do exactly what the thing is expecting you to do, right? Your phone or your device. The minute you try to do something else, everything breaks. It's so frustrating. So I want to be like Doug, looking to screen out this elf team. He must, because they're so fast. Jared Wilkes says, yeah, he wants to kick first, or he wants to receive first, so they can score early and try to burn the bribe on Pepperoni Roller. I want to be like Doug. This might be the first time he's not starting with Pepperoni Roller on the roster, on the pitch. So Pepperoni Roller not going to start on the pitch. He says, you're not burning the bribe today, sir. Elfitus Australis has set up their offense. Jared Wilkes says, but now he can take his time and not be burned by the roller for a while. Yeah, I mean that's definitely true, but I mean, I don't want to be on the pitch against this dwarf team longer than I have to be. We might see Eric. His strategy might be to pull back here at the beginning of the half, just to stay alive a little longer and burn a few turns. The problem is, boy, I just think the timing on this is really tricky, right? Because then he wants to burn as much time as possible so that the dwarf team doesn't win this out with the 2-1 grind. Cheering fans, prayer to Nuffle. Nobody got a prayer to Nuffle? Boo. Boo. Ball is kicked to the number 6 lineman with Wrestle. Macho the Dagger, he's got the ball on Elfitus Australis' own 14-yard line. Now, first block of the game against Gravy Crockett on the line is going to be a push. Gravy Crockett, the right defensive end. Double pals on Paul Funyon on the left side of the line here. Big 10 plus and big skull. Ward answer blitz on Gravy Crockett. This will be a push as well. One more block to take on the Sunday Kid. Alan Parsons is the catcher with the block skill. Repositions Scottie Pippen. He was the blitzer. Pulls him back to protect the ball carrier. There's that 2-dive block on the Sunday Kid. He'll be knocked down here. marks taken, so he will not mark any of these dwarves. Absolutely. Pulling to the right here. I got in the mail the first edition and the second edition of Blood Bowl in perfect shape. Like, I couldn't be happier. And the first edition arrived today. I open it up. It has the Skaven insert from the old issue of White Dwarf. It's got all the Skaven pieces. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Ball advances to Elfitus Australis' 6-yard line, and now turn one for I Want to Be Like Doug. Gets that defensive line back on the line. Takes a mark on the left side of Moranian, the number 5 Wood Elf journeyman. Terrorwind to you, SB Beaver. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. Thank you, Terrorwind to you. 2-9 blitz in the left wide zone here. Gets a pal on that journeyman. Just needs a 7+ with Mighty Blow. So much Mighty Blow on this roster, he's going to be leveraging that as much as possible on his blitzes. Because everybody's an AV 8+. Mighty Blow makes it a 7+. That's nothing. Gets a stun out of it. Yeah, the first edition has like cardboard standees. The rules are very, very different, by the way. We did an episode on the now defunct podcast. I don't know if it's defunct. We don't really do it anymore. But we did an episode on the history of Blood Bowl, and Blood Bowl's rule set really only, like, Blood Bowl as we know it really only came into existence with 3rd edition. 1st edition, 2nd edition, very different beasts. Very, very different beasts. Turn 2 back to Elfitus Australis. So lots of marks here on the left side of the offense. Marking 4 players, 5 if you count the prone journeyman. Eric takes a mark on the choice of Rogers so he can get the 2-die blitz here. It's 2-die blitz, gets a push out of this. And 2nd edition has this big, like, styrofoam pitch. It's really cool. Good 2+ dodge away to reposition Scottie Pippen on the line to get the assist here. Double skulls, they'll have to spend a reroll. They'll get the knockdown here. Yeah, this is a good way to use that blitzer. That blitzer is a block and a move all in one, so you can come in on that blitz, take the block, and then reposition to give the assist, right? Great action economy. Pocho the Panther are going to step up on the line here. That's another assist. Unfortunately, what's that, 2, 3? It's only a 1-die with the catcher. Probably try to take out somebody over here first. Moves the ball up to the 4-yard line at center pitch. Roxana Darknail, the star player, she's going to move up and take a mark on Queso Bill. Now 2-die block with Chicho Sneak. This is a push here. Terrorwind to you says, did you put the pics on Discord? Yeah, I took a picture. I put it in the Blood Bowl channel. Just of not, I didn't like open. It's just pictures of the boxes, but still it's pretty cool. Hank Ranger says, I have my styrofoam pitch still. The end zone used to be 2 spaces deep. Yeah, oh, good dodge by Michael Jordan. Turn 2 back to I Want to Be Like Doug. Like, it's much more of like, a war game, like the older versions. there wasn't a kickoff in, I think it was second edition while I was reading the rules last night. There wasn't a kickoff, and you don't line up at mid pitch. Like both teams line up kind of on their own side. Like there's a line, like maybe let's say at the 10-yard line. And there's no turns. There's no turns. You just play until somebody scores a certain amount of touchdowns. The rule book recommended 2. 2-dive blitz on Roxana Darknail. She only has an AV of 8+. Mighty Blow is going to make this a 7+. Can he remove Roxana? He cannot. Positioning the Soist of Rogers to take a mark on Garca Morsilla Hot. I'm going to pronounce that as Morsicia. I've decided. It's Morsicia Hot. Did I block on Chicho's sneak? Gets a push here. That's the way my mom would have pronounced it, Morticia. Chain push shifts the thrower, the ball carrier, one space to the right. Zyadress Angel Face, rookie thrower. Want to be like Doug on the bonus clock here. They take a 2-dive block on Alan Parsons. This is the catcher. Right in front of the thrower. Gets a knockdown here thanks to tackle. Catcher a blodger. Tackle negates dodge, however, so the defender stumbles. Result's going to be a knockdown. 8+ will break armor. Oh, I wonder what happened. Waiting on the die result here, but he's... Oh, all right. He's on the bonus clock, so one of the coaches paused. Waiting for someone to reconnect. Looks like somebody dropped. They'll get 4 minutes to get back into this game. Hopefully it's not a serious connection issue. I wonder whose connection broke down. Do you say it's a breakdown? It's not really a breakdown. Yeah, the Wood Elf team, I'm not sure what the play is here. They're starting to get closed in by the defense. You can see, or at least you could without the overlay, that the Dwarf team is slowly trying to encroach on the sides here and try to shut down this offense, right? Trying to encircle them. And if he can, they're going to be in big trouble. All right, back into the game here. Got the knockdown, got the KO. Well done. One-man player advantage for I Want to Be Like Doug. They took out the catcher. A keg was not picked up in the inducement phase, so it's going to be a 4+ to come back on the pitch in the next drive. Turn 3 now for Elfitus Australis. They want to fight to try to spread out this offense a little bit. Stand up block by Roxana. She can do that because she has jump up. Jump up means when she's prone and tries to stand up, it doesn't cost her 3 MA to stand up, so she gets her full MA of 8. And because it doesn't cost her to stand up, she can even take a block when prone, when typically you would need to take a blitz. Oh, it's going to have to spend a reroll here. Gets a push out of it. In order to take the block, she has to roll a die first, but otherwise, you can save your blitz for somewhere else. Decides to follow up against Queso Bill as well. Boy, what a scary follow-up. What's the plan here? "39 seconds left on the clock for Elfitus Australis." They're down to one reroll for the half. They elected to receive the ball, so they started on offense here. They definitely want to score at some point. Good 2+ dodge by the thrower to temporary safety. Now a 2-die blitz against Wyatt Burp's going to be a push by Michael Jordan. Yeah, I think it might have been. I think it might have been a misclick. Two-day block back at center pitch here on the bonus clock. Gets a pal against Sunday Kid. And now a two-die block against Paul Funyun's going to be a knockdown as well. Breaks armor this time. Gets a stun out of it. Every stun a good stun against this Bashy team. That's one less player you have to worry about. Five minutes, 38 seconds left on the bonus clock, sending Garca Morcisha hot down pitch to the 18-yard line in the right wide zone. And now turn 3 back to I want to be like Doug. So Toko Chimichurri over here deciding to follow up on that block. Queso Bill will almost certainly end up getting a 2-die block against Toko. Going down from an 8+ to a 7+ with Mighty Blow, that's going to kind of tilt the odds. 7+ is when the odds start to go in your favor. You start to break over 50% on the odds of breaking armor. 8+ is 41 2/3. 7+ goes tips over the 50% mark. So a number of blocks to take here for this Dwarven team. Here's the first one. They're going to get a push on Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, a war dancer, a blodger as a rookie, looking to get the knockdown here. This will work out due to tackle. I think this is a good reroll by Richard Cranium. Can't break armor. My goodness, that was a hit. That was a hit. And that's going to open up a hole for Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, which sounds delicious, I might add, to run down pitch and mark the thrower. It's still just a 2+ dodge for the thrower, but every die roll you can make your opponent make is good for you. I shouldn't make such a generic comments, I suppose. Good knockdown here on the blitz. Gets a stun on the thrower, knocks the ball free. Thrower really had no skills to keep them safe. Didn't have block, didn't have dodge. Even if they had dodge, the blitzer had tackle. Lots of tackle on a Dwarven roster. And now the offense remaining marked by I want to be like Doug. Both coaches really taking their time in these early turns of the game. They're down to under 6 minutes on the bonus clock. Rushes the Soyuz of Rogers into position to take a mark on Scottie Pippen. Also marking the ball now. Richard Cranium deciding what he wants to do with his remaining few players. And once again, a disconnection. So we're going to have to wait for a reconnect here. You get 4 minutes for the duration of the game. So hopefully whoever has the connection issue can reconnect quickly. To prevent abuse of the system, so you can't just disconnect for 3 minutes, reconnect, disconnect again. Wood Elf offense in a little bit of trouble here. I think they got a little too aggressive, and really, Old Gamer Mike says the Elf player has bad internet. Yeah, Eric has mentioned it before. I hope it works out here. But they're in a little bit of trouble. Just getting a little too aggressive. Oh no, it might be Richard Cranium having issues. All right, reconnection here. Richard Cranium mentioned in the Discord channel he's having PC issues. Hopefully he'll be able to get through the game. It'd be a real shame if this ends in a forfeit due to technical issues. That'd be a bummer. Took the 1 die instead of trying to make that a 2 die. He said, "I'm going to go ahead and take the 1 die because I have the block skill." Doesn't work out here. He rolls a skull. He'll re-roll this into the knockdown. Remember, this is an over 50% chance of breaking armor. But didn't do it. Didn't do it. Turn 4 for Elfitus Australis. They have 1 re-roll left for the half, as does I want to be like Doug. Eric trying to decide what the way out is. Two plus dodge with the Witch Elf. I'm sorry, she's a star. I should call her by her name. Two plus dodge by Miss Roxana Darkmail. Good 2 plus dodge into a 2-die block on the Soyuz of Rogers. Unfortunately rolls 2 both standing results. He'll spend the final reroll for a knockdown here. Big 10 plus to break armor. That's 1 mark removed from the ball. Elfitus Australis with no rerolls left for the half. Ball's on the ground on their own 8-yard line in the right wide zone. They have 2 players marking the ball. 1 opposing player currently on their feet marking the ball. A little bit of a scrum here. Yeah, he couldn't figure out a way to get in on this ball, so he's going to pick it up with the War Dancer. 3 plus pickup, 2 plus 2 plus dodge. That works out. I think that was probably his best bet. He's going to try to keep that War Dancer on his feet for a turn. Oh, finally failed to dodge. I mean, it's going to happen. Finally failed to dodge with Pocho the Panther. He's going to be stunned as well. So now, turn 4, final turn in the first quarter. I want to be like Doug. Going to end up marking Garka Morsi Shahat here on the way down on the 18-yard line in the right wide zone. He's the scoring threat. Elfitus Australis. Boy. Man, maybe a handoff to a pass? I don't know. I don't think he wants this to be a bomb, but we'll see. Plus, it's still pretty early. The Dwarves are slow, however, and Elfitus Australis has only lost a single player so far. It's a one-man player advantage for I want to be like Doug. Blitz is Michael Jordan. Got the pal here. 7+ to break armor. He's got it. And got a KO. That is a war dancer and a masterful basketball player. Removed from the pitch. 2-man player advantage for... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I stand corrected. Oppo got spent there, and the Oppo actually kept him on the pitch. So Michael Jordan's going to stay on the pitch. He will remain stunned. Elfitus Australis running out of resources. All rerolls spent for the half. The Oppo has been spent for the game. Two-die block on Moriana, and the journeyman in the left wide zone gets a pal here. Breaks armor once more. There we go. This is why you don't want to give up those blocks to this mighty, mighty team. Chimichurri is going to be pushed right in front of the ball carrier. Blitz has been spent, so Scottie Pippen will get an opportunity to try to get this ball down pitch. Turn 5, second quarter begins. Elfitus Australis, no rerolls. Bad Dog says, excuse me. It is uncouth of this coach. For you see, the BB code and the unofficial rules call for a foul on a downward answer. I would agree. And I would agree tactically as well. Like, the war dancer, rookie war dancer, or level 1 war dancer is a blodger, which means without some additional help like tackle or something like that, you need a pal to knock down the war dancer. They're so good, right? Strength 3, Edge 2, MA 8, they're blodgers right out of the gate. They're such a critical piece on a war dancer team that, and it's hard, right? It's hard to get that pal to knock them down. That if you knock them down, generally speaking, you'll often want to take the opportunity to get them off the pitch. Two-die blitz with Scottie Pippen. So Scottie Pippen's going to hold on to this ball. Gets the knockdown, follows up. It's 2+ dodge away from Butch Casserole. There it is. He's going to cross the line of scrimmage in the right wide zone. Scottie Pippen, the number 2 war dancer, now on the opposing 2-yard line. Brash. 2+ dodge to take a mark with Roxana Darknail. She's going to mark the Sunday Kid. The right defensive end. 5 seconds on the clock before the Elfitus Australis dips back into the bonus clock. Look how much bonus time has been spent already. 5 minutes 30 seconds on the bonus clock left for Elfitus Australis for the game. 3 minutes 50 seconds left on the clock for I Want to Be Like Doug. Chicho sneak dodges to mark soist of Rogers, the very soist of Rogers, and then Macho the Dagger is going to dodge away to take a mark on Wyatt Burke. Dodges away again, and now is marking Junior Bacon Cheeseburger. Turn 5 for I Want to Be Like Doug. Looks like Richard Cranium continuing to have connectivity issues. Has 1 minute 30 seconds left on the clock to try to reconnect here. Clavius, welcome to the stream. Says, what's the pitch counts? 2-man player advantage for the Dwarven team. It looks like Richard Cranium has been plagued with connectivity issues and sadly is running out of reconnection time here. Under a minute to go. Oh, not like this, not like this, not like this. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Oh, my heart is sinking. Clive says, what happens if it times out? It's a forfeit to be replayed. It's a forfeit in favor of which it doesn't get replayed. "20 seconds left on the clock. Oh no, 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 no. No, no, please, no. Nuffle, sweet Lord Nuffle, please. I am so sad. I am so very sad. I Want to Be Like Doug, with connectivity issues, ran out of time on the reconnection clock, and unfortunately is going to have to forfeit this match. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, all right. Let's see what's happening in Discord real quick. Flavius asks, is this the first time it's happened? It is. It is. The problem is... The problem is this, and I shouldn't weigh in on this as a commissioner, but the problem is this. Once you're mid-game, it's difficult to re-rack it, right? Like in a competitive environment, it's difficult to say like, oh, just re-rack it, because you know the game state was what it was. Yeah, and I'm not going to recommend it get replayed because unfortunately it is in the rules. It just sucks for everyone involved. My heart's broken. Oh no. Yeah. I feel sick. Oh man. Oh, what a rough way. What a rough way to end this one. Oh, well, now that you've seen it, so if you're new to Blood Bowl 3, the way the reconnect clock works is if you lose your connection, you get 4 minutes for the game to reconnect, and if you run out of time, the game will end in a forfeit for your opponent. So don't ever intentionally disconnect, because then it'll just count as a forfeit against you anyway. But otherwise, you only have 4 minutes. Eric Lionheart asks, has Richard recovered the internet connection? I don't know. I see him typing. We'll see what he says here. Oh man. Oh no. Oh, so not just connectivity errors, but PC errors. So Richard Cranium is in our Discord channel and says he can't get his screen to come back on. Oh. Doug the Minizar says bacon fried his PC. Oh, that's so bad in so many ways. It's bad for the forfeit. It's bad because your PC might be burnt. All right, so Eric is offering a restart. We'll see what Richard Cranium says. It sounded to me like Richard Cranium doesn't have a PC to play with, but we'll see. He says, I don't think it's gonna get better. Oh man, oh, I'm heartbroken. Oh gosh. Oh, all right, let's put this in. Eric being a good sport. Very much appreciated. However, that's gonna be a forfeiture win for Elfitus Australis. They're gonna bump up into first place here with a record of 5-1-0. They're gonna overtake Doug the Minotaur by 2 touchdowns, a 2 TD differential. So these 2 TDs, I've written code for it. So what'll actually happen? This will count as a, this will end up counting as a forfeiture win. So they count as unearned touchdowns. So they won't count. They count as touchdowns for the competition, for all purposes for the competition. But they just won't be in the historical record. They won't count as touchdowns for, like, you know, total touchdowns scored and stuff. Oh boy. All right. Well, that is unfortunately gonna do it. Oh, I'm so bummed. I'm so bummed. I feel so bad for both coaches. I feel bad for Richard Cranium for having to take the forfeit. I feel bad for both of the coaches for not being able to play out what was, you know, going to be an excellent game. I feel bad, you know, we didn't get to see the game either. I feel bad that his computer might just be broken. Oh man. Well, I guess that'll do it. I'm very sorry. I'm sorry to everyone involved. Let's take a look at the schedule before we leave. Oh man. All right, well, that's gonna, we got one more game coming up in week number 7. That's gonna be this Sunday, May 19th at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That's gonna be Harlequins BBFC versus Subducted Super Kilocopters. That's gonna be BB Nut versus Berserker Tempest. Undead versus Underworld Denizens. That'll be this Sunday, May 19th at 8 o'clock p.m. That's UTC minus 4. Eric Lionheart says, hey, no elf died today, I'm happy. And after that, week 8 will begin. Just 9 weeks in the competition, so we're getting to the end of it. The top 2 teams of each division will make the cut to the top 4. It's getting down to the wire here. When week 8 begins to get scheduled, you'll be able to check out and get alerted to that schedule on our website at maml.club. That's maml.club. Here on Twitch or on our social media pages on Blue Sky, Twitter, and Facebook. You can also watch previous games on our YouTube channel. Play Blood Bowl, man. I promise it's a really good game. But you know what? I will say, as I said at the beginning of the stream, computers today suck. You can play Blood Bowl via Blood Bowl 3 on Steam, the Epic Game Store, PlayStation, Xbox, and Tabletop Forum at your friendly local game store. Until Sunday, May 19th at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Take care, everybody, and don't piss off your computers, because they'll just stop working. Have a good night, everyone.